Here we are with math, lesson 4.11, algebra, find sums for three addends. And today we're going to be adding three numbers together, and they're going to be three two-digit numbers. So let's go back and think about what we know about adding three one-digit numbers. So we're going to draw, well, we're not going to draw, we're going to write a problem. We're going to add 7 plus 1 plus 2. Sorry, I'm used to adding two numbers, so I put my addition sign in the wrong spot. We always want to put our plus sign by the bottom addend. So if we look at 7, 1, and 2, we need to add all three numbers together. And we know in addition, we can add in any order, and we'll still get the same answer. So we can choose to add two of these numbers together first, and then add the third one. So I'm going to add 1 and 2 together first. And 1 plus 2 gives me 3. So I'm going to write that off to the side. So these two equal 3. But I still need to add those to 7. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 7 gives me 10. So I could find two small numbers and add them together, and add my third addend, and I get 10. Now if I take those same three addends, 7, 1, and 2, and add them, another strategy for adding three addends is I can just start at the top and add my way down the column. So if I start here, 7 plus 1 gives me 8, and 8 plus 2 gives me 10. And because in both problems I'm adding the same three addends, I should have the same sum. But here I added these two small ones together, and they added 7 and got 10. Here I started at the top. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So we're going to use that same kind of thinking to solve some addition problems with bigger numbers. So let's turn the page. In our model and draw section. This is always a good place to look back if you can't remember how to solve something when you get deeper into the lesson. It'll always explain it for you and you can look back at it. And it says there are different ways to add three numbers. How can you add 23, 41, and 17? Think of different ways to choose digits in the ones column to add first. So first we're going to write our addends, one on top of the other. All of our ones place is lined up. All of our tens place is lined up. And if we look at our ones column for a minute, we have 3 and 1 and 7. And in our thought bubble it says, you can make a 10 first, and then add the other ones digit, and then add the tens. So if I look at my three addends, I'm going to take 7 and 3 and add them first. And 7 and 3 gives me 10. But I still need to add the 1. So 10 plus 1 gives me 11. So I'm going to write the 1, 1, and I'm going to regroup the 1, 10, just like we've been doing with two addends. And now I add my tens column. Here I'm just going to start at the top and add my way down. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. And 7 plus 1 is 8. So 23 plus 41 plus 17 gives me 81. So I can always look for a 10 and then add to the 10 to make it quick to add. If we look over here on this other side, this thought bubble says, add from top to bottom. First add the top two digits in the ones column, then add the next digit, and then regroup if needed and add the tens. This is a good strategy if you find that you're forgetting to add in a number. Just start at the top and work your way down. So we start in our ones like always. With any addition problem, we always start in our ones. And I'm going to start with my top two addends and just add my way down the column. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 7 is 11. I write my 1, 1 and regroup my 1, 10. And I can see there's my 11. I just shifted the 10s to the top of this column, put them in a different spot. And again, I start at the top and add my way down. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 4, 7. Plus 1 is 8. And 23 plus 41 plus 17 is 81. So I have two different strategies. I could look for a way to make a 10 and add, so I can go out of order. Or I can just start at the top and work my way down. This is a good strategy if you find that you're forgetting to add in a number so that you don't ever forget any. So we have lots of straightforward practice today. Nothing new or tricky, just lots of practice. So we'll solve 1 and 2 together, and then you'll pause the video and do some practice on your own. So our directions are very simple. They just say add. So if we look at number 1, 33 plus 34 plus 32. Like any problem, we always start in our ones place. And as I look at my 3 add-ins, I'm going to start at the top and just add my way down. And 3 plus 4 gives me 7. You could do this if you wanted to, if you needed to remember it, write it off to the side. And then 7 plus 2 gives me 9. My answer is less than 10, so no need to regroup. I move over to my tens column, start at the top and add my way down. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 more gives me 9. So 33 plus 34 plus 32 equals 99. Number 2, 47 plus 21 plus 7. If I'm looking here in my ones column, I'm going to always start in the ones. And I'm just going to, I'm thinking, I could start at the top and add my way down, but I see 2 7s. And I know my doubles facts, so I'm going to say 7 plus 7 is 14. And 14 plus 1 gives me 15. So I write my 5 ones and regroup my 1 10. So there's my 15 as my answer, right? And I added 7 and 7 first, and then 1 more gives me 15. And here I'm going to start at the top and add down. 1 plus 4, 5, plus 2, 7. So my answer is 75. You're going to keep using the same strategy, starting in your ones, picking 2 add-ins and adding the 3rd one in, regrouping as needed and adding your 10s. And you're going to solve 3 through 8 on this page, and then moving on 9 through 16. So you're going to solve 3 through 16. Pause the video, press play when you're ready for the problem solving. Here we are back with number 17. We're going to read, underline important numbers, and then show our work. Mrs. Carson is making food for a party. She makes 20 ham sandwiches, 34 turkey sandwiches, and 38